Hi students, నేను మీ రాజేష్ దంతుల. Example for today we are going to discuss about example for real numbers. Example for find the HCF and LCM of 6, 72 and 120 using the prime factorization method. Given numbers 6, 72 and 120. 6, 2 3s, 72, 2 36s, 2 18s, 2 9s, 3 3s. Next 120, 2 60s, 2 30s, 2 15s, 3 5s. So 6 equals to 2 into 3, 2 3s 6. Next 72, 72, 2 36 72, 2 18s 36, 2 9s 18, 3 3s 9. So the prime factors of 72, 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. 2 3 times, 3 2 times. Next 120. 2 3 times, 3 1 time, 5 1 time. Here asking find the HCF and LCM of 6, 72 and 120. 2 every number common 2 and 3 also. So HCF of 6, 72 and 120 equals to 2 into 3, highest common factors. All numbers have 2 and 3. So 2 into 3, 6 amount. Next LCM of 6, 72 and 120. LCM రాసేటప్పుడు గుర్తుంచుకోవాల్సిన విషయం ఏంటంటే 2 నంబర్స్లో కామన్గా ఉన్నవి 1 టైమే తీసుకోవాలి. ఆ 3 నంబర్స్లో కామన్గా 2 3 ఉంది. ఇన్ దీస్ 2 నంబర్స్ these are common. So 1 time write 2 into 2. Here remaining 3, remaining 5. So 3 into 5. So 2 2s 4, 4 2s 8. 3s are 2. 2 3 6, 6 2s 12, 12 2s 24, 24 3 72, 72 5s 360. So LCM of 6, 72 and 120 is 360. Once again, else to find the LCM time, first write the highest common factors. All have 2, all numbers have 3. No remaining. But these 2 numbers, 2 into 2 common. So write 1 time. 2 into 2, 1 time. Here remaining 3, here 5. So the multiplication of these all numbers 360. Okay. Okay, next one theorem. Let P be a prime number. Prime number means one and themselves only factors. So prime numbers examples 2, 3, 5, 7 and so on. Let P be a prime number. Prime number. Prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7 and so on. One and themselves are only factors. If P divides A square, P divides A square means A square by P. A square by P. That means P is a one factor of A square. If P divides A square given, if P divides A square, that means A square by P. So P is a one of the factor of A square. Next, then prove that P divides A. Then prove that P divides A. P also factor of A. where a is a positive integer. We have to prove that p divides a. Given p divides a square, p is a prime number, then prove that p divides a. That means a by p. That means p is a factor of a. Here given information, a is a positive integer. Proof. A is a positive integer. A is a positive integer. Okay. So this is the given information. Given a is a positive integer. Given a is a positive integer, let the prime factorization of a. Let the prime factorization of a equals to p1 into p2 into p3 into so on pn. N is a natural number. We don't know the prime factors of a. So let a equal to the prime factorization of a equal to p1, p2, p3 and so on pn. That means p1, p2, p3 and so on pr are the factors of a. Next, square on both sides. A square equals to p1, p2 into p3 into and so on into pn whole square. Here, square on both sides. Square on both sides. Next, that equals to p1 square into p2 square into p3 square and so on pn square. A square equals to square on both sides a square. These all numbers square. p1 square, p2 square, p3 square and so on pn square. Okay. First a equals to p1, p2, p3 into pn. Let this equation number 1. A square equals to p1 square into p2 square into p3 square and so on pn square. This is equation number 2. Next, given information, to p divides a square. P divides a square. P divides a square. This is given information. P divides a square means P is a factor of a square. P means P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn. P divides a square means P is a factor of a square. Factor of a square. According to fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. According to fundamental theorem of arithmetic. P divides a square. Given information, P divides a square. P is a factor of a square. In case P divides a square, P is a factor of a square. P is one of, అంటే వీటిలో ఏదో ఒక నంబర్ అయి ఉంటుంది P అనేది. P is one of P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn. Okay now, P is one of, already right. P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn all are the factors of A. So P is one of P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn. Okay. Next, therefore, P is a factor of A is a factor of A. Why P is a factor of A? P is one of P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn. In given equation 1, from equation number 1, P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn all are the factors of A. Here we write P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn. P is a one of P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn. So P is a factor of A. Therefore P divides A. Therefore P divides A. మరొకసారి చూద్దామమ్మా. ఇక్కడ given information ఏంటంటే P be a prime number. Prime number means only one and themselves. That means 2, 3, 5, 7 and so on are the examples of the prime numbers. Another given information, if P divides A square, that means A square by P. That means P is a factor of A square. So we have to prove that P divides A. That means A by P. That means P is a factor of A. Another information, A is a positive integer. First write given information. Given A is a positive integer. Small a is a positive. If A is a positive integer, so we don't know prime factors of A. Let the prime factorization of A, P1 into P2 into P3 into and so on, Pn. Square on both sides. A square. These are all squares. A square equals to P1 square, P2 square, P3 square and so on, Pn square. Given information right among P divides A square. P is a factor of A square. P is a factor of A square. If one number is divided another number, first number is a factor of another number according to fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So P is a factor of A square. That means P is one of P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn. అంటే P అనేది ఈ P1, P2, P3, Pn లో ఏదో ఒకటి అయి ఉండొచ్చు. సో P1, P2, P3, Pn A స్క్వేర్ లో ఉన్నాయి అండ్ A లో ఉన్నాయి. కాబట్టి P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn one of the number కాబట్టి therefore P is a factor of A. P is a factor of A. That means P divides A. దీని ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ద్వారా చూద్దాం. Let 30 is a positive integer. That means A equal to 30. A is a positive integer. Let A equal to 30. The example A equal to 30. 30 means 2 15s, 3 5s. So 30 equal to 2 into 3 into 5. Here P1, P2, P3. So P1 is 2, P2 is 3, P3 is 5. Next A square equals to 30 whole square. That means 2 square, 3 square into 5 square. So P1 square, P2 square, P3 square. So already given that. So P divides A square. P means prime number. So P factors of 30, 2, 3, 5. Factors of A square 2, 3, 5 only. So if you given information P divides A square, that means 2 divides 900, 2 450 is 900. 3 divides 900, 300 is 900. 5 divides 900, 5 180 is 900. Okay, if P equal to 2 or 3 or 5, you take anyone, no problem. One of, if P is one of P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn. Okay, so only here only 3. So if P equal to 3, then A square by P, that means 900 by 3, 30. It is exactly divisible. A by P, 30 by 3, exactly divisible. So P divides A square, P divides A. Okay. Okay, thank you friends. నా వీడియో మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, ఎక్కువ మందికి రీచ్ అయ్యేలాగా హెల్ప్ చేస్తారని ఆశిస్తున్నాను. ఇంకా మీరు నా ఛానల్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకున్నట్లయితే డూ సబ్స్క్రైబ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫ్రెండ్స్.